For this particular video, we're going to explore the concept of area versus perimeter. Area and perimeter are two concepts that you have to master in maths, particularly in the area of geometry and measurement. I want to dedicate this particular video to my Year 7 Numeracy class, who has inspired me to do this. So let's have a look at the concept of perimeter. We all know that perimeter from primary school is the distance around the outside of a shape. So let's have a look at the couple of examples that we have here. On the left-hand side, we have a rectangle with a side length of 8 units by 5 units. If we want to determine the perimeter of this particular rectangle, all we have to do is measure the side lengths. So we know that this is 8, this is 5. We can make the assumption that this is 8 because this is parallel to this side here. And we can make the assumption that this is 5 units as well. So all we have to do is count the outside. 8 plus 5 plus 8 plus 5. So we add that all together and we get a total of 26 units. Let's have a look at the example on the right hand side. Same deal, all we have to do is measure the outside of the shape. So in this particular scenario, we have 3 units plus 4 units plus 1 unit plus 2 units plus 4 units plus 6 units. We add them all up, we have a total of 20 units as being the perimeter for this particular shape. Let's have a look at the concept of area. As you guys already know from your past studies in primary school, that the area is the number of square units inside of the shape. In other words, when we look at rectangles and squares, all you have to do is to multiply the length and the width. Let's have a look at the example here on the left. Okay, you got really two options you could do to determine the area. One, you can count the number of squares inside of this rectangle. Alternatively, you could just do this, multiply the length times the width. In this scenario, the length is 4 units, the length of the width is 3 units. So therefore, you can just multiply these two values, 4 times 3, which is 12 square units. Alternatively, if you can count the number of squares inside of the rectangle, you can do that too, and you should get the correct answer. So you just count how many squares there are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 square units, which is the area for this rectangle. Let's have a look at the example over here on the right. It's a little bit more complicated, but don't worry, it's pretty easy. In this scenario, we have a composite shape. We have a square and we have a rectangle combined. So all you have to do is to break up this particular shape into two, the rectangle and the square. And just like the example here on the left, all we have to do is count the number of squares inside of that particular shape. So obviously we've got 18 squares inside this particular shape. We also have 9 squares in this particular shape, the square at the bottom. All you have to do now is to add them. 18 plus 9. 18 plus 9 is 27. 27 square units in total for this particular shape. I have a couple of examples here, so give it a shot yourself. Pause the video and have a go at determining the perimeter of the shapes on the right hand side and the area and perimeter of the shapes here on the left. We'll go through the answers in class. If you have any concerns or worries, feel free to speak to me when we have numeracy lessons.